Welcome to the Western MBA video series, where we try to give you actionable insights into the Western MBA program so you can better decide if and how you would like to join our program. Today we'll be looking at how the application process works here at Western. If you wish to apply to the MBA program, the first thing you need to know is pretty much how the system works. When you apply to the Western MBA program, your application materials don't come directly to the MBA office. Instead, they go to the graduate school office, which acts sort of as a clearinghouse for all the graduate programs on campus. It kind of looks like this. What we've got is we've got a number of folks who apply, and so these would all be applicants. So we could have applicant 1, applicant 2, and applicant 3. And they are all going to apply to the graduate school. So similar to how it was when you were an undergraduate and you applied to a university first and then selected a major afterwards. The same is true for graduate schools. So when you apply to the graduate school, you are at the same time applying to a graduate program, but it's actually a two-step process. And so you've got graduate programs like, say, biology, and then also psychology, and the MBA program is one of those type of graduate programs. And so the MBA program, among many others, are at Western. And what happens is the graduate school will collect all of the application materials for each applicant. And so all of those application materials come into the graduate school, and the graduate school then acts as a clearinghouse. And what happens is when you submit an application form, it opens an application folder for you, an admissions folder for you in the graduate school. And so then the graduate school will take the form and maybe your admissions essay and any test scores you submit and your transcripts and maybe your resume, whatever the graduate programs have asked for, they take that and they put it into that admissions folder for you. When they have all of that information together, it then comes over to the graduate program itself, such as the MBA program. Once we get it, then it goes into a document review where we're going to review all of your documents for completeness and also for status. So what kind of GPA did you have on your transcripts? What's your test score? Processing your admissions essay. All those sort of things happens, and it all gets compiled into a folder, which then goes to the admissions committee. And the admissions committee is then going to take a look at those aspects of your application and make a recommendation to the director of the program. And the director of the program, as the chair of the admissions committee, is then going to make a decision on admission. And so that can be an admission decision, or it can be a denial, or it could be a request for more information. So at that point, it's going to come back to the MBA program office, and the decision is going to be transmitted back to the graduate school, and then that information will be sent to the applicant by the graduate school, whether you've been admitted to Western Graduate School as a member of the MBA program, or a request for more information, or perhaps a denial. And so that is the way the system works at Western and at many schools. So what's important to note here is that we in the MBA program won't see any of your application materials until the graduate school has collected them all. So they have a checklist in the graduate school in this admissions folder, and they're going to go down there and make sure each single piece that they need to have for the MBA program they have. And those things are, first, an application form itself, and that's online. And then they also will be looking for a resume, as well as what we call a statement of purpose, but you might think of as an admissions essay, either the GRE or the GMAT test scores, and then transcripts. So one official transcript from each of your previous schools that you have attended, unless you are a Western alumni, in which case then that would be complete for you because we have that already. So the graduate school is going to look for all of these. Now, if you're an international student, there are extra things that you would have to do for international students, and we'll be doing a video series cast on just those things. But at a minimum, you would need 1 through 5. If you're an international student, there are additional things that you would need as well. And so that's the way the system works. What's important to know is that we won't see any of this information until you have submitted it all to the graduate school. Once they have collected it, that's when they submit it to us. So the first thing that you want to do is to submit the application form itself, number one, so that you want to be able to do this application form, number one, so that you can get an admissions folder open for you as soon as possible so that they can put your materials in it. Once they have all of those, then they will submit it to the MBA program office, and we can go about making an admissions decision. Well, thanks very much for joining us for the Western MBA video series. We hope this has helped very much, and feel free to look at the contact information on the website and give us a shout if we can be of any further assistance.